Good afternoon. Hey, hey.
What's up, Paco?
All good. How are you?
Good.
Sweet. So we are having Bitcoin Dua today with this guy that whose name I can't pronounce.
Okay.
They are from Ghana.
Yeah. And did you connect with them? They know to pop in.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll give them a minute to join us here. Did you talk to them, Paco, and set it up?
Lorena did. She's the one who gave me the contacts.
Okay.
Yeah. There it is.
All right. We just sent you an invite, Bitcoin Dua. So you just need to accept, come up as a speaker. Perfect. So who are we speaking with today?
Coffee from
One
Bitcoin
more.
Dua.
Yeah. One more time.
Malcolm Coffee for Libby from Bitcoin Dua.
Okay. We're gonna have a hard time pronouncing that. I apologize in advance.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, so what time is it there in Ghana now? The late
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Well,
Sure.
we are. We'll give another minute or two for people to kind of filter in, and then we'll start. But just to kind of set the stage, we are excited to hear what you guys are doing. For a lot of people, this will be the first time they're hearing about your project. So, go
Okay.
into as much detail as possible, and with background on yourself and how you came to Bitcoin, just so we kind of understand what the motivations for the project is. I know that you've been working with Herman and Bitcoin Akasi for the last couple years. And you were recent grant winners with the Bitcoin Beach grants, and I believe we did something small with you guys last year. So we're definitely excited to get a fuller explanation of what you guys are doing and focus and a little bit of your background. So why don't you go ahead and start, and you can start with just giving your background, and if there's other people on the team that you think that you want to explain about, that'd be great too. And then you can tell us about the project.
Okay.
So go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay. Good evening. I'm Malcolm Coffee for Libby, the founder of Bitcoin Dua, and I'm a social entrepreneur. I've been working with the young people or people of my community for the past 25 years, where I took delight in looking at the young people grow and also support them or help them to actually identify what their innate potentials are to make sure I help them develop it in any form that I can. So simply, I'm a social entrepreneur, and that's what I've been doing for all this while. Then, luckily for me, 2021, I happened to 2022, I happened to actually had an invitation from a friend called Prince Akbar, who gave me a ticket to Bitcoin um, Bitcoin Africa conference in Accra. I went. When I went, I saw a lot of people at the conference at Kempinski Hotel in Accra. I saw Jack Dorsey, Herman Viva, and like others, more of them. I actually took picture with Jack Dorsey, and my friend Prince Akbar asked me to speak with Herman. So I got closer to Herman and talked to him and said, I told him I run an organization which is a youth focused group, and I think I can do something with Bitcoin as well. So he said, that's cool. After the conference, when you get back, just try to. He gave me an assignment to do something and take video of what I did to send him. So I came back. He sent me some sats. I spoke with some few friends. We went for aerobic training and I spoke with them, shared the sats with them, and also tried to. I made them actually use the sats with from to buy credit from Bitrefill. And after that, Herman actually assigned a guy to me, which is Kumi from Bitcoin Calories, who always come to like actually take me through some training on to understand Bitcoin better. And so from that time, I think I've been on a Bitcoin project. And what motivated me most about this project is when I started, since I've been working as a youth group for the past 25 years, I've never had any support from anywhere. So I do things right from my own pockets. Any little thing I get, I try to like get things done to for others to benefit, for the young people to like take part in programs that would enhance them or empower them in any way that they can. So after meeting Herman have been supportive. He's always he has always found a way to actually support me with sats. Then I started a meetup with my people in the community, and as well after the meetups, we decided to actually take the education a notch higher. So I have an existing building, which is a family building. Then I spoke to Kumi that we want to turn this place into a space where we can educate young people or people who are willing to know about Bitcoin, and also like make it like a school. So we took the opportunity to first enter schools on a Bitcoin Pizza Day, that is in last year, May. We went to about 5 schools. We spoke to the whole school, talked to them, get pizza to the school, where we told them 2010, somebody actually bought 2 pizzas with $10,000, 10,000 Bitcoin. And today, as of the time we're speaking, I think Bitcoin was somewhere around 50 something thousand. And we asked them that if that money today were to be multiplied by that 50,000, you would have seen that the person would have been a wealthy person. So we said that in order to for them to have an idea of a value of Bitcoin and holding it over time, what it could look like. So we did have that meeting with the schools. We shared pizzas with them as well, get them some questions, and they answered. Then we had a ceremony with them. Then we requested from the various schools to get us a rep from the schools. That's two each, where we can actually start a class with them with. So we started renovating the center, the building that we got from a fund that was supported, a fund that we raised from Gaza.
So just real quick, just so for reference for us, where is this center located, and where are you guys doing this training? Which city is it in? Is it
So
in,
the
in the capital
center is,
city, or is it somewhere outside the
no,
capital?
somewhere 3 hours drive away from the capital.
Okay.
So 145 kilometers away from the capital, and that it is Agbosma in the Volta region.
And is it in a big city or a small village, or what's the area like?
It's let me say it's not a small village, but a bit of it's just the mediums. Okay, it's not a small village anyway because we are 30 minutes away from the capital of Togo.
Okay. Like a
Yes.
mid-sized town.
Yes, mid-sized town with a population of almost 30,000.
Okay.
Yes. So we had a center set up and we started having classes with those kids. Then we started having a support from a Geza fund that we set up on a Geza page. People give us donations that we use to renovate the building, and we did that where we continued to do the classes. Then later, we also had the support from Bitcoin Ekasi, give us some fund to add to the donations that we had from Gaza. That made us to actually speed up the renovation of the space. So we did renovation and we were lucky enough that the Bitcoin conference held in 2022, 2023 made we decided to open the space for bigger, more activities. So we had that should be on on the 4th of December. We had it open with a visit from Frankova, uh, and also we had Joe Nakamoto visited with some other friends. So with other Bitcoiners, they came and even did some documentary where by then we had as well worked on. Uh, we have onboarded some merchants who were already started accepting Bitcoin because those that we were doing that we were having the class with, we actually started rewarding them in order to motivate them to continue coming to class. So we were paying them 2 sats in a week. If you are able to come to the class till the week ends, we pay you 2 sats. So those sats were actually spent in the shops that we onboarded. We onboarded then like about 3 shops when we started. One, it's a food joint. Then another one, grocery shop. Then another one was a barbering salon. So these people were actually accepting the Bitcoin from those that were learning from the Bitcoin space. Then we actually graduated from there where we added more merchants and also began to carry out some activities in the community. Luckily for us too, in that very year, 2023, we were having our community was actually coming to have our local festival. So we thought it wise to actually go on mass adoption strategy. So we decided to support them or take charge of a beauty pageant, which we believe had the interest of almost everyone, together with football activities. So we took charge of the football activity and the beauty pageant. We sponsored everything, took part in it, branded the place in Bitcoin. We took the participant through Bitcoin education as well. So after the whole competition for the for the pageant, we as well took the participants to the Bitcoin Africa Conference 2023, where
So
they all went
how many people did you bring to the conference?
10.
10. Oh wow. Okay. Awesome.
Yes. We brought 10 participants to the conference. Together with our team, we were all 14. So that made them also have a different idea or different minds about Bitcoin again, looking at it that it's not only what they saw us do in the community, that's as if the way people do talk about Bitcoin as a scam, they began to see it from a different level, different angle. Before then, a lot of people have a kind of perception about Bitcoin because people ask them to give them money to invest in Bitcoin for them. So whenever you mention Bitcoin, everyone tries to get away with it because they feel it's a scam. They take their money and the money wouldn't come back. There we start to educate them on it that look, what you hear as Bitcoin is not Bitcoin, but it's an alternative coin forked from Bitcoin. So they are manned by individuals, not Bitcoin itself. It is. But if you are dealing with Bitcoin, there's like nobody have to ask you, come and give me money, let me trade. But the person open a wallet for you, you keep your money there, you see what is happening to your money. So people began to like have that feeling, that good feeling about it. Okay, you actually also get them some sats to keep, some to you after giving them, you actually want them to experience how Bitcoin is money, and that becomes a medium of exchange. So you try to say, okay, fine, you can what I give you now, the stats I give you, you can use it to buy credit from Bitrefill. They say, how does that work? You go on it, you use the Bitrefill app, or you use Machankura, get the credit for them, and they get their credit, they get excited. So it got to a time people were actually looking for the sats to buy so that they could have it in their wallet. This made us to like see the acceptability level to be going high, and it draws us to like begin to do different activities, or a lot of activities that can actually make us to have grounds to begin to delve really into it as a whole program on itself. So in all this, when we were able to actually open more accounts for people, we were able to give more sat to people, and more merchants began to get in. And this also made us to begin to actually look at diversification. So we now develop, or we now have a farm that we feel the merchants who are doing food our people buy food from. We are also producing farm produce that they can buy with us with the sats that they've been paid with. So as I speak to you, our Bitcoin Dua farm keeps operating, and we actually pay our workers there. Half of their pay goes in Bitcoin, and we have also food
And
vendor that is there
how many workers do you guys have on the farm? How many farm workers?
on the farm. We have three permanent workers.
Okay.
Then we have ad hoc workers that also comes to work and just leave. That one depending on the work that we have, that
And
we engage them.
what type of crops are you guys growing there?
Uh, we grow lettuce, sweet pepper, banana pepper, bell pepper. Then we do carrots. Yes. So those are the.
Are you guys raising any animals or just farm just like vegetables right now?
No, just vegetables right now.
Okay.
Yes. It's because of the land that we have. The type of land determines what we grow. So for now, we are doing vegetables. So with this, as the farmers also begins to spend the sats around, the desire for the to have Bitcoin was as well growing there, and the reason is that they keep the money and they've seen over time the value of the money and how the increase that they as well have on what the sats that they have in their wallet. Then we also try to do an open traditional market entry where we go to experiment use of sats to buy our local fabric that is being sold in every market day. Our market days are 4 days. Every 4 days there is a market day in Agbozme. So we went there, and the artisans who actually do the local fabrics, we go to buy from them because we also have customers who comes from neighboring countries like Cote d'Ivoire, Benin. They come to buy the local fabrics. So you have to buy from the locals, and if they come, they buy from you as well. So we bought those stuffs from the local merchants, the local artisans, and pay them in sats. Some of them were able to keep their sat for 2-3 days. And surprisingly, when they were about to take the sat to use the sat or withdraw it through Bitnob, they realized they have an increase or appreciation in the money that was surprising to them based on how much they got on it. And I think in one person was having uh $200, and when he was about to withdraw, he realized that he was having 235 $235, and that was a big surprise to him because he has never seen any money behave like that before. So since then, most of them have the desire to actually keep the Bitcoin, hold it for some time, and if they want to do anything, they were taught how they can use it. They can withdraw from Bitsnob into their local currency. And the traditional market thing became a success from that point. And the raw materials that they even used to do the local fabric. Fortunately for us, there was also a man who have been the trading partners have been talking to him about Bitcoin in China. He said it's a scam, so he wouldn't even bother to get into anything. There's the daughter-in-law from Germany told him once he's an international businessman, he needs to get actually a bit. He needs to get into Bitcoin in order to like as a store of value, and also would be able to cash without stress. He ignored that one as well. So now with all that we are doing, and when Joe Nakamoto came, the videos that they did, the documentary, actually got to the daughter-in-law in Germany, and he sent him the video that they are spending Bitcoin in Agbozme. When he saw that, he quickly called me and said, "How can that happen? And how did that happen?" Then he has also started. He said he wants to get into Bitcoin, so I got him wallet, and he started actually buying Bitcoin. So that also comes in to actually work on our the local traditional market. What our people used to, the weavers actually used to make the traditional clothes. The producer now accepts Bitcoin. So it means in that circle, the circular economy it's actually beginning to work from that end. So, in what again we are doing again is we have uh, again increased the intake of our training programs, our classes, where we have now introduced my first Bitcoin diploma course from May Premier, where we want to run 2 classes. That's total of 50, 25 each. And we have begun and we have about 38 in class now. The only challenge we have in there now is at least we have 10 of all these people because they are young basic school students. They do not have phones where they could get rewards. So the 10 people, we've been giving them the reward in sats. Then the rest, we are here to actually do that because we needed to get them phones. So which we are as
do they
well
not have
working on.
phones at all, or do they not have smartphones? Do you have anybody that's using
No,
Machankura?
they do not have phones at all. So we are planning to get them a feature phone. So the feature phone we believe would actually let them get onto Machankura in order to receive their rewards and begin to spend the sats with the merchant or hold it as they so wish. So we as well introduce for us to make the class interesting and not to just be around Bitcoin alone, that after they are done, then they will go back and we have to get another code. Our first activities that we've been doing, it's actually coding for development with the young people. So we reintroduce it, and this time around, the good thing for us is that we were able to we had a funding support from Bitcoin Beach. That's the first grant of 15 million that was received. We were able to actually buy some laptops for the coding project, and we were able to also furnish the facility with tables and chairs. And as we speak now, they are using that for the education purposes that we so desire to do. So all these students, the 38, they take Bitcoin education class. After that, they start the coding for development program. So they are as well coding as we continue because we want to develop developers to grow the community and connect to the global space in technology and have our community for a lot of good things that they can get. And we've been having meetups upon meetups, which actually grow our center or which actually exposes our center to what exactly we do. And we do take our time to actually have sessions with the merchants that we have. We train them on how they can have the QR code payment system set up, or how they can deal with the wallets of whatsoever that in dealing with the Bitcoin acceptability in their various shop. And so far so good. I think they also have come to love what Bitcoin is doing for them. Most of them are not even withdrawing the Bitcoin that they have in their wallet as a result of sales. They are keeping it and watching it grow, and also they are appreciating the fact from the side of our currency devaluing itself every minute against the major currency, the dollar. So that becomes a plus for them as well.
You guys had
And
a
they are just
big
happy.
devaluation last year, right? Or was it when was that? Wasn't there like an overnight big devaluation in Ghana?
Yes,
When was that?
our devaluation has no, it's, you can wake up today and you realize that the dollar is up against our currency, maybe by 30%,
Wow.
40%. Yes. So the devaluation, it's something that's like that do happen frequently. It is so whatsoever you if you have a major currency, you will see that you will see that it's always a gain for you whenever you need the Ghana cedi. The government actually even have to arrest some black market foreign exchange guys that they are the cause of that. Before an issue also happened, a minister have to a minister was having about $1 million in his bedroom that a servant have to steal, which became an issue. And because of that, they couldn't go back to arrest the black market exchanges, as they were making it public that they are the one causing the devaluation of the cedi. So that is something that these merchants or these people were actually happy to hold a Bitcoin over. So, in short, that is what those are the programs we've been doing over time, and our education center have taken more kids. We've been doing more of the program, and I would like to say a big thank you to Bitcoin Economy. They have really been of great support to us. The Bitcoin Beach, they have been resourceful as well, and there are a lot of contributors. When we started, and Spent Space was really supporting us, doing a lot for us. I think they've gone down. They are silent now, and we have set individuals that actually came in to give us a boost, and Machankura has been good as well to us. Every year at least they try to sort that out with something. So they are really making us feel okay to continue the project, and it's a heart feeling that we have never regretted coming to put all our activities, concentrating it on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is life. It has given us freedom. It has given the community is just loving what is going on now.
So just to kind of recap, you guys, I mean, it sounds like you have a ton of different things going on, but you've kind of initially we were focusing on the education component. You guys continue to do that. Is that all ages, or is that mostly like school age kids, or what are the ages that are in your classes usually?
Okay. So the classes we have 9 to 14. Then we have 14 to 25. Then we have some few persons that are 30 and above.
Okay.
So that is the sessions that we have.
And you guys are taking them through the My First Bitcoin program.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Awesome.
That's so that happens at 12 o'clock. The kids do their class from 9 from 10 in the morning. Then they stay on to 12 to join the other people who comes around 12, so that they all take the Bitcoin class. Then after that, the kids go. Then the big people also stay to begin their coding class. So the kids come for their coding earlier, and the teenagers also come after them.
So you guys have
But for the Bitcoin class, we take it
teachers
together.
that are programmers that can teach them coding.
Yes, yes, yes. We have. They are part of our team that we've been working over time.
That's great. And do these classes happen on the farm or near the farm, or are they two totally separate areas?
There are two separate
Okay.
areas. The farm it's the farm it's about 40 minutes drive away from the education center.
Okay. And I'm curious as to what have you found for the merchants is the best solution for them to accept Bitcoin? Are they using phone wallets? And if so, which wallets do they prefer? Are they using some type of POS, or how are they accepting payments?
So the preferred wallet that they keep using now, it's the Blink.
Okay.
Easier to operate. It's easier in terms of payment, and it's as well flexible for them. There's no difficulty to
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So that is their preferred wallet that they're using.
And have you found the merchants when you guys bring them on? What's the biggest roadblock? The biggest thing that makes them kind of hesitate, and how do you guys kind of work through that?
Okay. Yes. So initially, their thought was that this is not something that they've heard of. Even they first struggle with our Momo, which is mobile money system that we use. So getting them onto this new digital currency was like a bit of a difficult thing for them. But the good thing is that we come to demonstrate that okay, this is how it is being paid in a speed of light. They get their payment. That is one thing that makes them to feel okay. Then the second thing is, if you want to like go to your supply and get your goods that you bring back to the shop to use, there is no hassle to that. All you needed to do was just exchange it in BitSnob app, which we have downloaded for them as well. We demonstrated it for them to see that, oh, okay, good. When they were even going to like cash it out from the BitSnob, they realized the exchange rate was helpful. Then, as they even moved the cash into the uh, the Bitcoin session at the BitSnob, they realized in a short while there is an upward adjustment again. They smile at it before moving it to the USDT or the USD column before cashing out. So it's like for now it's one simple thing that uh, they've come to know about it, and they didn't express any side of it that is a challenge for them, because most of them go to Togo to buy their wares, and when they keep CD, what happens is that tomorrow you could be here today, tomorrow you want to go to Togo to buy your wares, and they said, oh, there is an appreciation in the Togo CD. Then you realize the amount that you have cannot buy what you have planned for, what you have budgeted for. By keeping the money in Bitcoin and in your wallet, whether there is an upward adjustment there, you realize your budget or the value of the money you have is affected positively to you, because it is also going major against the local currency that you'll be using in Togo. So for now, I think the challenges in terms of use of wallets, the money itself, they are more comfortable with it, because the negative is not seen yet, except maybe if there are network issues that you can't actually take your money as of the time that you wanted it and all that, because you are using a wallet on a smartphone. That one is a different thing, but they've not even experienced that side of it yet.
And do you know if any of the vendors that are accepting it, have they started paying any of their employees in Bitcoin?
That they haven't
That's
started
the next
yet,
step.
because I believe, yes, so they themselves want to experiment and get it right. From there, be sure of it. Then I believe that next stage they will reach there.
Okay, that's awesome. Um, have you started to see any shift in the community just in general with the way Bitcoin's viewed? I know you were saying historically it's been used in a lot of scams, and so people that's the lens they view it through. With the projects you guys have been going on and the education, do you think that's starting to change at all, or do you think that still has a long way to go?
Yeah, thank you. I think it's beginning to do a lot of change because even those that are having other alternative coin wallets and have Bitcoin in it or have crypto in it were initially thinking that is Bitcoin. So once they see our activity and realize it's an established thing, they've been coming around to ask more questions to get more details on it. And you even realize most of the alternative wallets that they use, the charges of transferring cash or money or crypto from their wallet to another, it's so high irrespective of how small the small amount you are sending. So some of them, or when they come, I tell them the difference and why they are experiencing that, and the various layers, payment layers that we have on the Bitcoin only wallet, and and I experiment for them to see. They realize the charges that they do pay there is a different thing entirely from the Bitcoin only
Okay, so
apps.
they were doing
So
on
that is,
chain, and you guys are moving them to doing it in Lightning.
yes, certainly. And we also tell them the next time they as well wants to get payment from anyone, they should request for Lightning address
So where?
because
Sorry, go ahead.
the alternative coin wallets that they are using do not have the Lightning channels for those payments to be made through that.
So what is your guys' kind of longer term goal with? Is it just increasing the size of the programs and seeing the circular economies kind of take the next step where they start to play their employees, or do you guys have other ideas of other stuff you want to incorporate? I mean, you're already doing a ton of stuff, so it seems great if you could just focus on those things, but I'm just curious as to what your guys' long-term plan is.
Yeah, so we are looking at our coding program is actually driving towards developing uh, on the layers that we have in the Bitcoin space. So we want to delve into development in the Bitcoin space. That is our future goal for the coding program, especially as we are doing. So the main future goal is for us to be able to have enough of our young people who should be well versed in coding so that we can easily delve into development and develop other stuff as much as we can to solve our local problems and also that could be used elsewhere.
Well, that sounds quite ambitious, everything you guys are doing. And it's very exciting to see that shift and just the perception of Bitcoin happening and people understanding what hard money uh, can lead to. Paco, do you have any other questions that you want to bring up? Did I miss anything to dive into more detail on?
No, I think we covered everything. And just to know if there's anyone in the audience that wants, I see Mainz Mailer. Do you have any question?
Yeah, we have a kind of smaller group today because we had to do it earlier than normal
Right.
because of the time difference. So, but yeah, I don't know if the people that are there, a lot of people will listen to it later on the
YouTube
YouTube
channel.
channel. But
Yeah.
if anybody here has any questions, if we've missed anything that you guys want them to go more in detail on, just raise your hand and we'll bring you up. Paco, do you want to handle it? Looks like you have one request.
Yeah, Poker Trader. Do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm in America, and I am wanting to buy property in Bitcoin Beach.
So that go ahead and message either Paco and I would be happy to chat with you. We're trying to keep this space specifically to the Bitcoin Duo project that we're supporting, but yeah, we would
Okay.
be
What type of
happy.
property? I don't know what that is.
So we have a number of circular Bitcoin economies around the world that are replicating what has happened in El Salvador in different
Okay, good.
ways. And so this one's in
Cool.
Ghana, and so we're having a space on that. I know you just jumped in, so you
Yeah,
probably
no
didn't see that.
problem.
So
I followed both of you. I'll send you guys messages if you follow me back, and then yeah, whatever, man. I'm just interested in getting down there and maybe buying some land. So
okay, perfect. Yeah. My
okay, cool.
my DMs are open, so yeah, you should be able to message.
Okay, I'll just.
Okay.
I can't because I'm not a premium member.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you could help me
Paco,
out.
can you connect with him on that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I will get in touch with you, Poker Trader.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Awesome.
Sure.
So for the benefit of the people that are listening to this later, we definitely want people to know how they can support you guys. So I know you guys have a Geyser campaign. Can you talk about what those funds that are donated will be going towards? And then obviously we encourage everybody to follow you guys on Twitter so you can keep up to date on what's going on. But if there's any other platforms, or if you guys are looking for volunteers, or any other way people can get involved, let people know, please.
Okay. Thank you. We need support in SATs for getting the feature phone, as we said. And we also have to, we need funds to as well get some of our robotic kits. For now, we are doing robotics. So that's what the coding is all about. So we need to get some Lego robots. And we as well want to get a 3D printer that would help us to like do some project where we use the 3D printer to do casing for the prototype of the programs, the products that or stuff that we will be doing. And we would so much love it to get volunteers that could actually help us in in coding, like to get our guys to speed. That would do us a lot of good. We so much need that. And the place is as well open. Any volunteer who wants to come around as well would be highly welcome. And what we want to do as well is our donors, we have a gate uh, that is at the entrance of the space. We would want to honor donors who support us from possibly $50, $100 upwards. That space already, we have Bitcoin Legacy in there, Bitcoin Beach in there. We have unspent space. So we have more of the space, close to like 60. We will keep putting names of our donors there to honor them so that they would as well like for okay good for supporting a good cause of a program that we are doing.
Awesome. For the potential volunteers for the coding classes, are the classes taught in English? Is there any language requirement that you have or is everything done in English?
It's
Okay.
English. It's English.
Perfect. So if there's any coders out there, people in the space, yeah, would love to have you guys spend some time there and help them. Paco, it looks like Minds Malure had a raise their hand. You want to pull them up?
Let me see. I don't see it, but let me check.
I think he raised his hand earlier, but maybe I'm wrong. Here, I'll invite him to speak. see if you had
Yeah.
a question.
Okay.
Mines, if you had a question, go ahead and ask it. If not, if I saw something wrong, don't, just ignore it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be great to be able to get some volunteers there in that area. What's the town like that you guys are in? Just so people know, like, is it in the mountains? Is it kind of low? Is it hot? Is it cold? What's the climate like? Just so people know, what it would be like in the town there.
Oh, okay. I think we don't have cold yet. So our cold season, though we are feeling a bit of a cold now, but not cold as compared to what summer looks like. Or like our weather is just a normal weather. Sometimes it gets we do experience sunny weather, but not always average. I think everything,
Okay.
yes. So we just have a normal weather.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
if we'll definitely encourage anybody who's coded or has experience in that. Sounds like you guys also have a number of projects on the farm. So if there's people that have experience in agriculture, it sounds like you guys might be able to use them also.
That's it.
Well, we're getting towards the end of the hour here. Do you have any last things that you want to cover that we missed, or do you feel like we've kind of covered everything?
Yeah, we've covered everything, but my listeners, I only want to say we are bent on making Bitcoin in Africa. We will do our contribution to it that much, but we want to first develop ourselves and get the base for ourselves before we begin to actually look at a bigger picture. So for now, the concentration is on us as a community. When we make it happen, we believe others would actually follow suit, and we could be a model for others to as well follow. So we are concentrating on our community, doing all this to make sure we get it right, and it could be replicated in other communities elsewhere in Ghana, any other Africa countries.
Awesome. I forgot to ask you. So what is the significance of Bitcoin Dua? What does that mean?
Okay, so Dua in our native language, that's in Ewe, is community.
Okay.
So it's just Bitcoin community.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. All right, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this up, but make sure you're following Bitcoin Dua. Make sure you're sending them sats and supporting their ongoing projects. These things take a ton of work. These things do not happen easy, and the number of different things that they have going on there is quite amazing. So please make sure to support them so they can continue to grow those. This really is the way that we change the world, is from these bottom-up grassroots projects that get people using Bitcoin as money and show the true value of Bitcoin through that. So it can't happen without the support of the whole Bitcoin community. So thank you guys, and we hope to make it over to Ghana to check out the project, and we'll definitely be in touch.
That'll be great.
Awesome. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you too. Bye.